Will we get a new Dak Prescott extension in Dallas before kickoff on Sunday?
No. I think Jerry Jones is saying, all right, Dak, you want Dak money? Then you need to put up, or I shouldn't say Dak money. You want big money? You want, let's call it, I guess, Tua money, Trevor Lawrence money? Then you're going to learn to do stuff with limitations on the roster. Not that I think Tua had a lot of limitations on the roster. He certainly didn't have a defense to support him like Dak does. Tua's offensive line isn't all that in a bag of chips. Dak has had a good one for a while. A lot of them have been shipped off or aged out now. So I think Jerry's looking to see if Dak can be that guy. And I think he's looking for an excuse to move on from him, basically, which probably isn't the best move. If you're that out on Dak Prescott, to have the draft quarterback class that you have, you could have traded Dak, gotten one of those dudes and support with a pretty good offensive line class to revamp this team and certainly make them possibly make them a favorite in the division. I'm not sure the the Cowboys make the playoffs right now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like what I'm seeing.
Well, the optics sure look bad.
I mean, you side CD Lamb. That's cool. It really is. And if you made it clear that you're moving on to him with whoever else comes in the building after Dak or whether it's 65-year-old Dak, cool. I hate the Ezekiel Elliott signing. Dalvin Cook, okay, that's cool, but he's shown he can't last, and has injury issues. Your offensive line is not what it used to be, and that was the bread and butter of your franchise. I'm not here to say that they're going to be like Vegas Raiders bad, but they're going to be bad.
I don't know, man. I think they will at the 11th hour make a deal, because I just think that
it could be a staring contest.
I just look. The optics are bad. Obviously, the fact that they prioritize CeeDee Lamb's contract before Dak Prescott's tells you that they don't see him as a max guy.
No, I don't agree with that necessarily.
What do you mean?
I think the reason why they signed CD now the way that they did is because CeeDee Lamb is guaranteed to be more expensive. Okay. He's in his prime. Dak is twilighting. Okay. Dak,
this is crazy. He's 31 years old. That's a bad sign. If you think he's twilighting now, then they're doing the right thing.
Well, no. Okay. So let's have this conversation.
Okay,
too,
cool.
All right. Most quarterbacks aren't supposed to last into their 40s. All right. Tom Brady has ruined it for effing everybody. All right. Peyton Manning has ruined it for everybody, okay? Aaron Charles Rodgers, well, he's old and he's playing quarterback. Name me any bit of fucking success he's had as an old man. All right?
But again, he's 32. He's not old. This is the prime. This should be the prime of his career. This should be where you get
32 years old is not a prime as an NFL player. Are you out of your fucking gourd?
Quarterback.
Especially in a world where quarterback is demanding more athleticism than ever before. No, this is an inaccurate staple, and I'm not blaming you for this. This isn't you making bad takes. I mean, it is a bad take, but you aren't the only one making it, as you often do on, let's say, tools.
Calm down.
Especially on the Huddle Up podcast. Anyways,
I can't stand you, dude. Sorry.
Facts don't care about your feelings. You're the one that keeps inviting me back, so there must be something wrong.
Anyway, 10+ years, buddy.
Listen,
something's working.
This is how I know you're married to a strong woman. You keep coming back to that abuse too. Oh no, it's your kids dunking on you. That's right.
It's all the above. How about that?
No one is safe. Or actually, wait, you're never safe. Wow, that's kind of scary.
It's all the above. Yeah.
No, but listen, Joe, all of that silly joking aside, like I'm sorry. I don't think you should expect players to be in their prime at 32, especially with the injuries Dak's suffered. I'm not saying Dak is injury prone. He's just suffered some bad injuries and isn't the same player. He's no different than, let's take it home, Russell Carrington Wilson. Okay? And you're going to sit there and tell me Russell Carrington Wilson in Pittsburgh is the same thing that we expected to see in Seattle? I don't. Granted, I don't know how old Rusty's fitting to be, but
he's like, I think Rusty's like 34, I think now.
Okay.
Somewhere there. It's in the 30s.
So Dak, I think it's safe to say that Dak's injury history is worse than Rusty's. So,
I can see a point. And it's weird because Dak coming off a career year. If I'm not mistaken, was he number 2 in the MVP race last year?
I don't think he was number 2, but he was in the conversation.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why it's so weird. Like he plays his best football of his career at a time where now he's about to become a lame duck quarterback.
Right, but again, and by the way, yeah, Rusty's 35. Again,
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowing for certain statistical anomalies to take place. Right. This is why I do data analysis for a living, and you're a tool. Okay, that's so bad.
What I do?
I know that was me joking, but seriously, like half the reason playoffs came to them and a struggling Eagles team last year was playing, the schedule that they had, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the what was it? The Eagles were eliminated by an AFC South champion in the Bucs, who were allegedly wasn't supposed to be that good, right? At least that's what everybody was telling me. I mean, I said it too. Let's not lie, but I mean, you're in a division that's relatively easy. When I look at their 2023 schedule, they did not have tough roads. All the big games they had, they did not do particularly well in. I mean, we remember all this. We all remember and laugh at the SmackDown that was the regular season outing with the 49ers, and obviously they were considerably better in the playoffs facing them, but they still failed that. This isn't a 12-win team like it used to be. I don't think that's tall.
Right.
Like, look at the roster. They got worse, didn't they? That can't just be me.
Well, you get like the Diggs, not Stephon Diggs. Is it I was almost at Tate Diggs. I almost at Tate Diggs for a second. Like, no, wrong Diggs, wrong one. Yeah, he's back. But again,
and listen, I'm not saying the defense is the problem. I'll be clear about that too. Offensively, they got worse.
I think what you and I were different on the Cowboys, though, is the fact that you think they may not be a playoff team. I think they're a playoff team that just has a ceiling. No one in the NFC's gotten really much better.
Well,
outside maybe Green Bay.
That's a thin line, right? Like, you can in the NFC, you can have an 8-win schedule, a 9-win performance, an 8-win performance, and still miss the playoffs by a game, right? So what you and I are saying sound wildly different, but are really just a game or two apart.
Okay. Like their over number, for example, is 9.5 wins. I have over still. And I feel comfortable saying that.
If you have over, then they're a lock to make the playoffs because that means 10 wins.
Right.
I don't. I think they're an 8 or 9 or possibly even a 7 if something goes awry win team.
We know if that happens, Dak is gone. Mike McCarthy is gone. That's simple. In fact, Mike McCarthy he better be in the NFC title game at least to save his job.
He's going to have to win a playoff game is what I'll say.
But he's done it before.
Not lately.
We did 2 years ago.
Okay, is that lately to you?
So I'm saying he needs lately
to you in the NFL. I don't think that Jerry looks.
Okay, here's how I'll split the difference for you real quick. If they get a bye week this year and win that playoff game division round of the playoffs, I'll roll with you on that one.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that.
They can't win the wild card. Okay, make a wild card, win a wild card game, and then division round. I don't think he's surprised that.
It depends who they beat in the wild card. If they hang on for dear life as the 7th seed and beat one of the 3 in the Eagles, Lions, or Niners to get the playoff win, I think that brings a lot of goodwill.
Ooh,
because if they're there, that would be one hell of an upset to have happen.
Yeah.
And, Cowboys fans will be intolerable and hype the shit out of it. Now,
what else is new?
But that means that the next week, it would either be some combination, according to many people, the Lions, Niners, or Eagles. That means they have to probably win 2 of those 3 games just to get to the conference championship, right?
Exactly.
So that's a hell of a road. If they win one of those games and lose in a close game, again, to one of those 3 teams, like...
You know what's framing this conversation? Framing the conversation, framing it.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. No, is that we have different expectations of this team. Like, I think they're a 10-win plus team without a problem. You don't think they are.
No,
and that's what it is.
Not a 10-win team. Correct.
Well,
but again, it's a single wins difference.
Yes.
You really break it down.
Yes. All right.